Tolkien.
All these things were all over the house in boxes, filling entire rooms. He said, I want to create a structure where I can keep all these things, where I can be one with them in solitude, enjoy, catalog, read, and just be with them.
The 54-inch diameter Spanish cedar door would be just right for a small creature with furry feet, and opens with an authentic knob in the center.
We talked about it, we designed, created an image of the shape that we wanted, and actually went to an iron worker in Maryland who said, I think I can do this.
Peter set out to create a handmade, livable structure sitting harmoniously in the landscape. The owner didn't want to display his collection of memorabilia so much as to live amongst it in a domestic setting.
We just wanted to do something very of the earth, of the land, very timeless in its nature. You wouldn't know if it was built in 2006 or 1906 or 1506.
The building harkens back to the history of the English cottage. The architect worked with a team of masons to get the stonework just right.
There was a stone wall, an old farm stone wall from, I think, from the 1800s that ran right through the center of the property, ran down into the woods, and separated kind of the high part of the yard from the low part. And I thought, well, this would be a wonderful place to site this structure into the hillside.
The roof is covered with clay tiles imported from France. All the metalwork around the house got special attention too.
Following on the idea of detail right down to the smallest degree, here's a wonderful example of taking a required electric outlet and then creating a little tin box which is hidden.
Every fixture, fitting, and ornament, from the curved wooden architraves to details in the fireplace, was either selected or custom made to resemble features from the storybook.
The stucco, we actually had them put it on with a very rough finish, actually integrating pieces of the roof tile into it. Just, if you look at the history of buildings through the years, so they were built up, fell down, or knocked down through wars, or whatever, and then patched together again. That's what we wanted to give this sort of the new old house kind of feeling.
All of the exposed beams in the house are Douglas fir from the Pacific Northwest.
One of the real highlights is this arch piece of timber. Traditionally, to do something like that, in the old days, you would have had to find a limb and cut that curve out of that. In modern techniques, we actually took the straight piece and cut it into about 1/2 inch slices, bent it, and then glued it back together. And if you actually look at it very closely, you just faintly see those lines, but it creates this wonderful result of a curve, and there are actually 3 arches coming through this space here.
The ceilings are quite high for a cottage. 12 feet is the tallest point of the arch. The wooden beams were finished with a light stain and sealer. The floors are a local yellow pine, and the window frames are mahogany. The cottage seems to be everything the fairy tale fan could ever want. And this is the ultimate reading room, in honor of the literary genius who inspired it. Now we travel to Australia.